I came in just for general dentistry. It happened to be circumstance, serendipitous, I would probably say. I was in this area, needed to have my teeth taken a look at. My last dentist had moved away, so I was in need of another doctor. Hadn't had any referrals, but when I walked into the reception area here, I recognized some of the chairs that were here as being the same ones I had in my house, and knew, okay, I'm in the right place. Not only that, I think Dr. Hawary does a fantastic job of hiring some of not only the most attractive, but also the most talented staff in terms of knowing what they're doing and making sure that everything gets done in a reasonable time and a reasonable hour. They've always accommodated me according to my schedule, and that's what I really appreciate. A lot of doctors, a lot of dentists will make you work around their schedule, so it's whatever is convenient for them. In Dr. Hawary's case and his staff, they always made sure that it worked around my schedule. I started with just general dentistry, so I had fillings, I had old amalgams that needed to be replaced, I had just general teeth issues that needed to be taken care of. And at one point, after I've done now 3 or 4 years of general surgery or general dentistry, he finally said, "Hey Dirk, you ought to consider the veneers as an option." And I think my first response was, well, I don't think my teeth are that bad. And secondly, I do have a fear for being in front of a doctor, and the idea of grinding off 20 teeth in order to put veneers on seemed a little bit outrageous. The cost associated daunted me. I didn't think, how would I come up with that kind of cash and be able to afford something like that. So after thinking about it for a while and taking a look at it, the staff here came up with a pay plan that was workable, spread it over a couple of years with no interest. I mean, it was an incredible layaway type of plan where I could have the services and get these new teeth now, and yet pay for them over an extended period of time that was consistent with my income and consistent with my own payroll. Then secondly, I think you start looking at yourself a little differently. My teeth had yellowed and had gotten some discoloration just because of age, and that's what happens. So to be able to correct that and gain that youthful look a little bit, that was something that was very intriguing. And the showstopper for me was going on the internet and reading these testimonials of people saying, "Oh my gosh, veneers are the worst thing that you can possibly do. There's so much pain and discomfort involved with it." That definitely put me off, and I thought for sure I wouldn't do that. But after sitting down and talking to Dr. Hawary for an extensive period of time, and I'm not talking like 5 minutes or 10 minutes that you normally get from a dentist, but for as long as I wanted to talk to him, those fears were set aside, and I realized that this wasn't really about just the pain that's possible, because I am a big chicken at heart when it comes to dentistry in general. I don't like my mouth to hurt. He assured me that it wasn't as painful as what it was portrayed on things like the internet. Sure enough, when it came time for the procedure, even though I was extremely nervous and wasn't sure that this was going to work for me, I went ahead and went through with it. I got to say, the pain was overrated. It was not an issue. Dr. Hawary took the time and the care to make sure that I was in absolutely no pain. There was no pain afterwards. I had no problems with any of my teeth. I, to this date, don't have any problems with the teeth. I was worried about things like, chewing ice or, doing something, eating corn or eating an apple. None of those are an issue. My teeth are stronger than they've ever been. They're whiter, they're easier to clean, they're easier to keep, and they look a lot better than what I had before. So, yeah, thank you, Dr. Hawary. I mean, this has been a great experience, and I'm well worth the investment. I think people have a tendency not to invest in themselves, and that was one of the smartest investments I've ever made myself. A lot better than buying a fast car.